There we go. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jumpchain Villain Side with a little bit of crossover reaction here. So, last episode of the villains, if you checked out last episode of the heroes, you guys noticed that I said that they were going to talk to Glinda. Well, Glinda came down and talked with them. So that's where we are here currently, because we didn't get to inside the heroes one, because the people who were going there weren't in the hero side. So we're doing it here. But anyways, so, and I'm retconning the whole, Glinda sending a letter on the door, because that was kind of silly. But anyways, so Glinda comes to you guys, for the most part. Where's Glinda? Hi, Glinda. Look at those calves. Anyways. So, Glinda comes, tells you, that you guys will have to, come and talk to Ozpin, but only a certain amount of you, specifically Fire, Corin, if it would double click, and Warris, who were playing chess, I guess.
My horse takes your castle, and I believe that is a mate check.
Come on! Really? Again? Look, I know I'm not the brightest, but I at least have some strategy. I mean, I was close. Semi.
Oh my god!
Chess.
Jesus.
Oh my god, Warris!
What?
You were so loud!
That
Oh
was so
my
accurate.
god! Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I just gotta take a moment for good witch. Heard that?
Buck is just like sitting there in anger, but since no one can hear him except for Corn in the group, they just hear him screaming. Glenda's like, "Why don't you hold your ears?" And he's just like, "Ah!"
Oh, she probably heard the slam on the table.
Yeah, everyone
I'm
can.
pretty sure every team around you guys are in that. Jesus criminy. Okay.
I'm gonna slowly pet it. It's okay, table. He can't hurt you.
I look at you with the eyes of, it's not. Thinks about it for a second. Look, we can put the table on the ceiling anytime.
It's okay, table. He probably won't hurt you right now.
She like just slowly shakes her head. Anyways, so you three, Ozpin wishes to speak with you directly, and the other two, he says,
Walrus, what did you blow up? Oh god,
What?
Ron, what did you blow up?
Glinda looks
look
at you, at
don't wanna
Ron
know
and
that.
Lilith. You two should start getting ready for the ball. To which you then notice Lilith's face immediately darkens like this giant cloud over her head, and she's about to kill someone.
Yeah, I don't like dancing either. Wait, is this a convenient out?
Buck is looking, and his face is nothing but fear.
Yeah, I think Glinda just told us that we have a convenience excuse, so I'm gonna convenience excuse my way over to Oz. Follow
Alright.
me, chum-chums.
I'm going to.
What'd you
I
name
don't
them,
want to be
Chum
here when Ron tries to... Look, I'm not a chum-chum.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
bestest buddy. We both know this.
You are indeed bestest buddy. Let's go, bestest buddy! And drunk person.
Demo. Demo's voice is just.
Oh! Warris, if you would mind real quick to 1D100, please.
Oh, yeah, that was a 1, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Oh, we haven't seen this one yet. Which one is this?
And maybe, I don't know. I don't have access to my
Oh,
card.
yeah,
from
I don't
here.
have it either. Hold on.
Isn't that an all-aura dead zone?
Maybe.
Yeah, I did send it to you. Hold on. I need to go up and...
Yeah, 21 to 30 is all aura and area goes. Wait,
so,
Oh, that's
so our
crazy.
bedroom is. So our bedroom is now a dead zone.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, isn't that the crazy aura, not the dead zone aura?
oh,
Yeah.
you say all aura and area goes.
Yeah, it goes as in activates.
I should make that go crazy. Instead of goes. But okay, so yeah, as you guys are walking towards Ozpin, Warus is once again slammed into the ground as Glinda's immediate response to you are having smoke come out of your face is to wrap you in a bubble. But her aura is going crazy, so this bubble proceeds to slam you against the ground multiple times.
Why?
She's like, "Oh, whoops. Let me help you out." She then uses a magic in which flings you into the ceiling twice.
Yeah, I'm
At least stick the landing.
Oh shoot, no, I can't even like put my hand on her shoulder to get her to stop. I'm literally not tall enough.
Your aura, your semblance is gravity, right?
Gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything the gel for Cindy is starting to like lose and then gain gravity suddenly, which is
Well, apparently,
unfortunate.
I don't know, her gravity doubles and I just start floating in the air. So now I pat her on the shoulder and say, I think we need to stop doing this.
Oh,
Oh,
Lars.
also,
That isn't a me, so that's on you, buddy.
Yeah, she looks at you and it's like, I feel so heavy. She looks at Wars. Let me get you down from there, and she uses
no.
her wand again.
Oh no.
Triple
Buckle looks
increased
at-
gravity plus awkward magic means that your face is literally in the ground.
Like, as I'm falling, Korn gets like a flashback image of Buck's face, and the only thing he sees is just a very sad expression of, I regret my life choices as he slams
Yeah.
his face into the
I
ground.
have the option to shut off all of my aura, because I know that that basically turns off all of my healing, but I think it might be a good choice.
You do have, if you roll above a 8, then yeah.
Oh boy, how many ones have we rolled this far?
At least for one.
Another. Neat, I accidentally increase it, I guess.
Wars, you are in so much pain right now.
Business buddy, I swear that one specifically wasn't on purpose.
I'm
I'm
trying
not-
to push my face out of the ground, but I'm not sure if it's working that well.
It works kind
I'm
of.
not even gonna try to turn it off, I'm just gonna try and turn it towards anything else. Exactly an 8.
Wait, what's Fire's aura ability?
Her aura ability, her semblance is water control, but there's not a whole lot water around you. Well, actually, no, you all have flasks, don't you?
My
Except
flask is
except
not
for War's.
I have a flask. It's full of sweet tea.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Pussy.
Okay, technically that doesn't
You
handle
shut
it.
up. Sweet tea is amazing.
Technically
I
lives
have
on water,
no-
so
Yes.
she has fire water.
Sugary hot leaf water, you say?
Yeah, so unfortunately
have hot
her
leaf water.
semblance doesn't really do anything other than, I don't know, make a couple people feel weird in the mouth. Cause saliva.
Yeah, mine is still bathtub hooch because of that time that I was hanging out with Firestorm.
So Glinda just kind of sighs and starts walking. Eventually, you guys make it to Osmond's place, hopefully without further
trudging.
instance.
I can't
War.
seem to turn off my ability, so it's slowly
Okay.
trudging.
I'm
Yeah.
like, my face is just covered in bandages, and lots of blood.
You guys are slowly making it to.
His health probably went from a 6 to a 2.
In those instances, we really don't count health due to just how stupid it
it's
is. Unless
so-
we're actually in
it's-
battle.
It's so painful for you guys. But anyway, so you guys
Once
finally
we
make it
enter,
to Ozpin's room.
Yeah, the moment that it happens, I open the door myself, stride in with completely undeserved confidence, and shout, "How ya diddly darn doing, friend of Reno?"
He just looks at you and puts down his coffee. Welcome. Would you like a seat?
I would like several of them. The room does not have enough chairs.
Well, usually only have a couple of people here, so...
Oh, I meant my room. You would be amazed by how many chairs Ron can destroy in 5 minutes. It's more than 3.
He raises an eyebrow at this, but then just kind of puts his cane down. So I've asked you three to talk with me for a personal reason. You are the two
shoot.
teammates.
Should I take this seriously?
That is entirely up to you.
So no. Okay.
Your
You
other
should've
two
seen our
teammates,
world.
well, one of them is Onyx, and the other one is Eldorado.
Yes. Those
They're
are
preparing for
names
the ball. You three, I have a
for
special
them.
mission for. Well, technically it's you three, but I just asked you three here because the other you can choose among yourselves. But I request that you three are here because it's easier to get 3 of you than 5 of you. Anyways, he reaches into a little cabinet thing and pulls out a weird-looking machine. We just recently got this from
mission do you
Atlas.
need? What kind of mission requires the man who keeps exploding everything, a drunk, and a whatever the hell I am?
A mission that involves you going to an unknown area where potentially you could all get incredibly injured or worse, and I need you to scout out so no one else gets injured because you three seem to survive anything. It's a
Who's
useful
the
tool.
leader?
He looks at Warris and Fire for a second before looking at you. You?
Buckle looks at you all with all these comments and goes, "Hey, I was protecting my brisket supplier in one of those instances. And the other two, one was not my fault and the other one was completely and utterly my fault, but hey, at least it was fun."
He looks at you again before looking at Corin. Yeah, definitely you.
You know, I can't even argue against giving me responsibility this time, can I?
No, especially since
You
El
sure
Dorado
we can't
will.
bring Lilith?
Yes. Well, you
Sorry,
could,
Dorado.
but it's up to you. Anyways, this is a thing we got from Atlas. This is Atlas technology. The only thing they told me about it was that it would send you to a place. They didn't really specify more on that. Apparently, it was a thing that one of them thought up in the middle of the night. Not really sure why.
Have you sent an Ecclesian automated battle system with recording technology to go through and back to determine that it's a livable area?
No, apparently,
You're not about to die by walking into a thick miasma, the vacuum of space, or a large pool of incredibly agonizing lava.
we've spent small probes over there, but for the most part, they can't seem to get past more than 2 minutes without exploding. This apparently has come from the way this thing sends you over, specifically for technology. Well, we imagine specific for technology. Technically, it could be used for organic subjects, but most of the organic stuff we send with the drones, for as long as we've seen, have not exploded. Our drones immediately explode afterwards, but we're not entirely sure what happens afterwards. Anyways, we're fairly certain you won't die from this, and if we were not certain you would not die from this, we would not send you.
Huh.
Yes.
Can you give a percentile likelihood of all members of this team returning back alive? 'Cause you're concerning.
85%?
That's higher than I expected you to say.
I have faith in
What?
you.
5.
Oh god, it was
Buck.
faith in us? Never mind.
Buck looks at Oz, looks at Corin, gets in between them, and just shakes his head no. Like
don't
he's
know-
he's actively attempting to make him regret this decision in any form he can, and the only thing he can think of doing is getting between you, like squatting, like putting his hands up and just shaking his head no. This is a bad idea.
I have
I'm
faith in
inclined
your
to
team.
agree with the mute.
I have faith in your team. Now, take this, he hands it out. Go to your team and choose 3 members to go.
Buck's immediate reaction to this is just to turn it on there, grab Fire and Corn, and jump through.
Apparently I didn't roll high enough to stop.
Apparently. Apparently.
Alright!
I rolled the 2 there. Actually, let's see what else I do because it was the lowest.
Oh
what's the
boy, what was
64?
that? Oh.
64. Drops weapon and you drop what you drop it and you start doing push-ups. You're just doing push-ups in the middle of his thing, no longer holding it.
Yeah, it's like I drop it, it turns on. I'm doing push-ups. I'm getting sucked through as I'm doing push-ups.
Is the 8 high enough to have caught it?
You did grab the item, but it seems to go through your grasp as Actually, no, you do carry it through with you, don't you? Yeah. No. Yes. Yes, you do.
I
Okay.
like how I'm leaving my weapon behind in this instance.
It's
No.
okay. You
I
went with one
no
of the-
roll for fire. I imagine fire would pick it back. Nope, fire is not decided to pick it back.
Well, looks like I
Lucky
punched
you're-
people.
You're
Nah,
lucky
man, you
you're
got
in
two
the
moves,
safety.
Cor, did you decide to grab the item by any chance?
I tried. Like I said, I rolled an 8.
Oh
Ah.
no.
No, I mean it's like his weapon.
Oh, his weapon? Yeah, no, that's a no-brainer. I'm not letting someone's weapon hit the ground. What if it goes off and shoots me in the kneecap? I
To be
turned
fair, my
weapon
weapon
off.
doesn't have a physical gun within it. It has a blowgun.
That's even worse. I don't know how, but it is.
Oh, well, you're trying to grab the other one too, so roll d20 to see whether or not you also grab his weapon, or you just grab his, Hey, you do manage to grab his weapon and smack him with it, but you do manage to grab him.
I'd
So-
say that's a pretty logical thing to do.
So you guys managed to go through a weavy wavy time machine of, well, not time machine, but weavy wavy thingamabob, and you guys land in an almost identical room, except there's no Osmond
I'm gonna take a moment.
or
I'm
Glinda.
gonna appraise the situation. And Sin, you know exactly what I'm doing. Hold up, let me look up. Oh, let me look this up. I'm cracking open my scroll. What does Google News tell me?
Am I-
Well, Google News currently tells you that White Fang are on the rise. There seems to be a large gathering of them starting to pop up every now and again through town. The ball for this
That
place
doesn't
is
match Haley. That doesn't match Haley's reports.
the ball is on the rise at the moment, and
Can you tell me who's on the like the list of people organizing the ball? Is my name on it?
On the list organizing the ball, you do have technical permission to go through there since you're still technically logged in, kind of, or a login. So what you do know is that the only people that are on that ball, the organizers of the ball, are Team RWBY. Your team is not even in the registry.
Guys, I think
Yeah.
we may have erased ourselves from time.
Buck looks at you.
I know, it's ridiculous. I'll continue. I just need to read the next few news stories.
Gotcha. Wait, does that mean that I can steal food and no one would recognize me?
No one will
Jesus
recognize you. We might want to keep a low profile. Admittedly, the last time you tried to keep a low profile, you did blow up 70% of the dock. But to be fair, nobody remembers that.
Buck looks at you. You're just gonna keep kicking me with that, aren't you?
It was my dust.
Yes, and I was saving your life.
No, not that time. The other time with the dock. Remember when
Oh,
Iron was
that-
angry? Oh no.
Hey,
no,
that one wasn't my fault either. The bot tried to stop me, and I was told not to stop.
That is fair. I'm not holding the time that you punched Neapolitan through a building against you.
Technically, it was a train cart, but
I'll remember it however I choose to remember. What does the next news story say?
Roll another d20. Do you find anything particularly interesting on it? Nope.
No.
The only things you find on there are very boring news stories. One man has managed to lose an entire flock of birds.
Okay, I'm gonna look up recent Grim appearances.
Well, another d20. How good is your Google Foo in this new world? Okay, wow. Your grim Google Foo is very grim. So you
What do I
do manage
figure
to
out
find
about
quite a
this
bit
world?
about Grim appearances, namely that A, there were no Grim that has appeared inside of the
City.
yeah, city, thank you. Inside the city, like there was in your guys' timeline. There were no ginormous Grim.
Fire,
They're outside. Hmm?
Fire and Walrus both hear me slowly mutter, "You what, mate?"
There have been no recent sightings of giant birds like you have shot down twice. Well, actually, no, there was one. It was during the, I keep forgetting words. The thing that you guys
Wait,
did at
Wait,
the
you
beginning
said that I'm not. You said that our team isn't in the registry.
is not.
is there anyone who doesn't belong in the registry?
There are 4 members.
I want
Midnight,
their name. I want
Midnight
their
Shade,
names. I want their weapon. I
Azul.
don't care. Whatever I have access to, I need that.
Yeah, you find out the names of the 4 members, which is Midnight Shade, Azul, something, Rogue, something, and Silver Crow. Their team name is Mars.
Okay, so, never mind. We're not a race. I think we're in AU territory, guys. Wait, regardless of whether we're in AU or Time Erasure, Ozpin has no idea who we are. I think we need to get out of his office before someone comes.
Hey, all 3 of you roll d20. Don't roll for fire. Alright. Fire does not know as much. Alright. Corin, you did roll high enough to hear a soft clicking sound at the door. No one else did.
Yeah, so, you know how my gravity can be incredibly specific and in small spaces?
Uh-huh.
So, I'm basically gravity locking the, lock. I point to the window silently, and, they can't... I'm assuming they try to read my lips, though I'm not entirely sure whether I say run or shit.
I don't know why you would need me to read. I can read your mind.
We can cheat.
I don't know.
You can also possibly push people's. She cannot read your lips. Can possibly push people, like
I'm
connect
pointing
people.
to that window.
You guys hear muttering outside the door of, the door is locked.
Jammed, actually.
Huh?
Jammed. The key
Oh.
can go in, but the whole thing's jammed.
The door is jammed. This is
Okay,
strange.
is that Oz's voice?
Yes. James, would you mind
No, I'm
doing your
waving
specialty?
even harder, pointing to that door, looking about ready to poop myself. Window. Now.
Buck
Wait,
hears
can I
you,
say something?
but Buck
Yes.
doesn't exactly know what you mean. Buck asks you. He looks at you going, "What do you mean, window? Which window?" As he points to the room just of windows.
Yeah, so I'm gonna gravity open one of the... wait, no, is one of the windows unlocked?
No.
We're inside. We could unlock it
None of them?
technically.
None of them
None
are
of them-
unlocked, but you can unlock them. What was that for?
None of them are unlocked.
No, you can unlock any of them, but all of them are currently locked.
That's gonna take a while.
I'm going to grab Fire and Walrus by the wrists. I'm going to... Can I unlock it with the gravity? Is it one of those simple latch locks, or is it more complicated?
It's kind of. I would say it's like a latch lock. Except that you're
Okay.
currently focusing your energy on locking the door, which is currently being
Well, actually,
bashed,
no,
by the way.
At this point, I'm no longer focused on jamming it, because they already tried the lock.
Yeah, they're
So,
currently
they're
bashing
going to try
it.
to bust the door down. I'm just going to now switch my focus to undoing that latch lock, and throwing open the window. And once I throw all 3 of us out together as one, I'm shutting it with my gravity. It'll be weird that it's unlocked, but I'm getting out that window, and the window's going to be closed.
Real quick, roll d20.
All right.
Your
I'm going
one
to
is
see him.
fabulous.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming I can't even
Oh,
unlock it
no.
with my mind powers.
No, you run head first into this window.
Does
Well.
he break the window with his
You
skull?
Here's the
Here.
question. You should probably roll to see how durable it is. It's Oz's, so I don't know. Roll low, and
It's semi-durable. You did break it, and there was a very loud crash, but you didn't break the wood. You just bashed your skull into the glass.
did the glass break?
Yes, the glass broke. The wood that the glass. It's like square panels. Of glass, and the
Oh.
wood that's surrounding them did not break. So you just bashed your head face first into the glass, and stopped by the wood.
Neat. I grab Walrus, both my hands on the sides of his face, as I mentally project. This is your fault. And that
I
90
will.
is me throwing him through the goddamn window.
Well, guess what? I have a tail, and I'm taking you with me. I also look at Fire, who's probably sitting in the back watching us drunk, going,
She's
"Jump!"
wait. She's making an origami bird, small as fuck, so she's getting ready to jump out into it. Hoping
As
it
you
to
guys are
fly off.
jumping out, the door is broken completely down as you see Ironwood staring at you guys as you fly out the window.
Wait. Can I do one more thing?
What's that?
As I see Ironwood, my brain goes, I hate this guy. And as we're falling, he just sees my finger. And that's it. It's just like, he sees us, and my immediate reaction was just to flip him off.
I wanted to see if I could roll to distract Ironwood and Ozpin before they even got out the window.
Oh, that's actually a good point. If he wants to distract them.
Oh yeah, I'm
that
not quite
could-
sure where you guys would actually be. You know, before we get to that point, let's
I would
let's
probably
go
be
back
blocking the
over.
hallways and
Let's go back
normally.
over to here and figure out what you guys have been doing this entire time. This is a wonderful point to look at what you guys have been doing. Thank you.
Yes,
All right.
this is the moment where, as we're falling, Record scratches and it's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yep, perfect timing.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, looking at them, so we're going all the way back to, you know, this is the beginning of the ball. Your team just left you guys, telling you, you know, keep track of anything suspicious that's going on. Imagine this is the beacon, by the way. I don't actually have a proper map for it. So let's just do some scribbly scribble. There you go. Yeah. Don't worry, this looks fine.
We'll just be
That's
right
the
there.
center. Sure, there we go. That's
yeah,
it.
I mean, freaking Da Vinci, who is that even?
That's a center. That's a centerpiece. There you go. Just don't ignore that.
Did my origami bird work?
Did you throw it at somebody or just throw it outside?
No. I was holding it above my head and flying. Jump out.
Shockingly,
Trying to
yes.
fly
It worked perfectly. Very shocking. But yeah. Anyways. So your guys' teammates just left, getting the exact same thingamabob from Salem. They have now left, and the only thing they told you was keep an eye on the ball and make sure Cinder gets her job done. And if you guys spot anything that could troublesome Cinder's stuff, prevent it. That was basically a whole shebang.
No, I was just gonna wander around the school's halls anyways, trying to find Ozpin and Ironwood, ask them where I could find some good food.
Christ. Alright, well, so the
Aside
ball
from where
is
the
in full
cafeteria
bang at
was.
this point. It's about, you know, kind of, and you guys are looking prim and proper and dapper. I don't know.
I always look like that.
That's fair.
I mean,
There's a couple of
it's always
teams
good.
around. Ruby's team is right there. Coco's team, who looks smashing, is over here, kind of. Jean's team is kind of like over here-ish.
I think you mean Pira's team.
You're mean.
It's
Hey,
Because I'm mean doesn't mean I'm wrong.
That's fair.
at this point, is John dressed yet, or?
No, this is the beginning of the ball, not the end.
Why is everyone
Oh,
obsessed
okay.
with him being in a dress?
It's just funny to laugh at it. Okay.
That's fair. Okay, so those teams are there. Glinda and Oz and Ironwood are all at the top here.
So they'll soon be leaving. To ruin
Yep.
No. Walrus ruined my plans.
Good job, Morris.
What? What did I do?
You know what you did.
I'm just gonna be the one that didn't know that they were there and just start walking the school's halls.
Christ. But yeah, so all the teams are, all the first year teams, as well as a couple of students that you guys don't quite remember from the actual show, more or less. But, you know, they're there. It's kind of new. You assume this is because it's a new world, but you're not quite sure. Yeah, and so the party's in full shebang. Does anyone know what symbol was in the middle of the floor? Do you guys know what symbol it was?
Symbol of Veil, I assume.
What was the symbol of Ale?
I believe it was
Let me see.
I'm going to just make a circle,
Probably a
and
hunter's
it's going to have a
axe.
V. There you go.
Yeah, I think it was somewhat of a V, I believe.
Now, this is going to be the amazing symbol at the bottom. It looked better in the hero version, but we're not going to care about that. All right. Anyways, this is the dance floor. So Burnett is planning on just wandering through the hallways.
Yep.
All right, and then
Pretty
Rogue, what are you
much.
doing?
Pretty much wandering around, just kind of mingling with other teams. No,
Hmm.
striking up conversations. No blending in.
And then you all
While
guys,
keeping an eye on things.
Hmm? yeah, you do notice that aside from those teams, Neo, Emerald, and I already don't have what's his faces. I already don't
Mercury.
have them? Yeah, I don't have a picture of Mercury. Weird. But anyway, so Cinder's team is right.
Hey, you didn't miss the most important person.
Yeah, Cinder is going to be there-ish.
Emerald for now.
Yeah, Emerald is also going to be right next to her. And then Neo's
Oh.
also there, but she looks different. She has like raven black hair, pure black, like black eyes instead of brown or anything, or blue or purple, whatever. As well as wearing a very nice pure black dress. Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all the way up there. They're mingling with things. Cinder seems to be randomly moving left and right. The heightened security from Ironwood is starting to have a little bit of a difficulty with her because she can't seem to get out of the way of his very watchful eyes. But everybody else seems to be having fun.
Including me, lost in the hallways.
Well, D20, actually.
Yeah.
How lost are you?
Considering I usually purposely get lost, quite lost.
You
Holy
decide not to
crap.
make a mental map at any point, shape, way, or time.
Oh, wow.
And you're not even sure what time it is as you walk into the 12th wall.
Sounds about right.
You decide that walking into walls might
Yeah.
make it easier to forget places. Turns out, it does.
Including when they break.
Apparently, bricks smashing into your skull works very well. But anyways, so Rogue, you randomly hear the sounds of smashing, and not the sounds of good smashing. Bad smashing is what you hear.
Ah, yes. You can't hear
do I-
too many Nigel Thornberries.
Do I even want to go check it out?
I wouldn't.
But yeah, so at the moment, Glinda, Oz, and Ironwood are just kind of standing there, watching this entire area. Oh, that was... Ow. What was that?
I don't know, but that hurt my ears too.
Okay then. Anyways, so they're currently standing up there watching. Oz is randomly talking to Ironwood and is every now and again going down to check on one of the teams and whatnot. But for the most part, Ironwood is standing there, still as a statue, staring over the entire area, watching everything. And Cinder cannot seem to escape. It's getting on her nerves.
You'd think all the walls breaking down would be reason to start searching.
Exactly.
You do notice
I think
that Glinda
would
is
raise an
moving.
alarm.
You do notice that Glinda is moving quickly. But yeah,
Like,
very quickly.
okay, well, I kind of noticed Cinder's team, so I kind of try to make my way towards that area just to make sure everything's okay. While blending in, can I roll to see if I notice anything's off?
You're welcome to.
Well, see if I can notice anything.
Do you notice anything?
Oh,
Oh
nice.
wow, yep. You notice
Yeah,
that you notice that Cinder is becoming increasingly agitated. I mean, she looks like she's about ready to beat someone in the face. As she notices you and walks over to you as Emerald takes another dance with another person. She whispers in your ear, "I am getting increasingly irritated at the incredible security that Ironwood has placed down. I need him to be distracted, or else I'm never going to finish the mission. And you would know how Salem feels about that."
Yeah, that I do. I do know that. I believe I know some way. It'll probably be easy to do, so
Well, get it
I'll
done.
get on that. Okay,
Keep them
easier said
distracted
than
for at
done.
least a little bit. I need to get out of here. This mission is taking far too long as
Okay.
it is.
Okay, well,
Meanwhile, you just hear walls
Crash, crash,
crashing down.
crash.
it's in progress as you speak.
Ozpin sighs softly.
Like I
Glinda
said,
cannot seem to catch up with you.
like I said,
Perfect.
like I said, Cinder, it's already in progress. You have nothing to worry about.
Good. She then walks away and starts, putting on a fake smile and starts, game dancing thing. You also notice that Coco is looking around as well, and so is Ruby. Most of the team seems to be agitated for some reason or another. For the
Probably
most part,
because of all
though.
the walls crashing down.
Yeah, it's mostly because the wall. Everybody keeps thinking, "Oh, is that Grim? Is that?" So their tensing is very high.
Well, can I go? Can I go talk to Coco first since he's
Oh, yeah.
closest?
You're welcome to.
Okay.
She looks at you. Hello, first year.
Hey there. Coco was it?
She holds out a hand. Coco Adele. Nice to meet you.
Coco Adele. Nice to meet you. Rogue.
What's up?
So, are you enjoying the party so far?
It's a good party, although that sound of crashing is, it seems to be putting everyone on, tense, which makes sense considering how much the Grim activity has been increasing lately.
Yes. I don't think it's a Grim. Yeah, I think it's my teammate getting lost. He, has a tendency of, not paying attention or, actually, I don't know what's up with him, but, yeah, he, has a way of getting around.
She pats Yatsuhashi's shoulder, who is noticeably much bigger than you, and by this I mean literally like 2 feet taller than you, and she's like, yeah, I know how it feels when somebody starts walking into a place that's too small. Isn't that right,
I'm glad you know that
Yasuhatsu?
feeling.
He's like, I told you, the 6 foot tall doorways are too small.
Well,
Wait, how tall do my muscles make me again?
You're like 7'6". He's like 7'4".
I'm 2 inches taller.
Yeah, he's huge. You're bigger. Yeah. She's like, yeah, well, I suppose we can try, if it's not Grim and whatnot, we'll try to have a little bit more peace here.
yeah, try not to worry about it. I mean, hopefully, one of the teachers will, direct him towards the party, and hopefully, things will quiet down.
So far,
So, yes.
Good Witch has almost caught up to you. Almost there.
Let's
She's
see
like,
if I get more lost than she can catch up with.
Can you? That's a good question. Nope. You're still quite lost. Your skull bashing into a couple of walls is slowing you down and making you much more lost, but She's getting angry, by the way, as you notice her slamming wood and brick and stone back into place very, very quickly and very loudly. But anyways,
Oh, no.
yeah, so she starts walking off in her lovely dress. I actually don't remember if she was wearing a dress at the party, but oh well. Then yeah.
Okay,
Now what are you gonna do?
I guess I can make my way towards Ruby and talk with her, see what's bothering her, and see how
Ruby
she's
looks
doing.
at you. Hi!
Hi there. Enjoying the party so far?
Yes! We're enjoying party with the only exception that, Blake isn't here at the moment she decided to flake. Was, last minute thing.
I should see if I can find her by accident.
Oh yeah. Now you mention it, I haven't seen her all. All night. Huh.
I should
Oh.
click.
Yeah. She's
should
been
go,
kind of
like-
distant, and then Yang has also been she looks over at Yang, who's currently over here-ish, and she looks like she's on fire.
And
Totally interrupt her.
is Jing okay?
The villain side is really friendly, way friendlier than the heroes.
That's the ironic part.
They're kind of friendly, but so far, Yang is very angry.
I
And plus
think
they
I
know
found her by accident.
As I look at Yang and see her rage, I just kind of wince on the inside, and I ask Ruby, is Yang okay?
No, you see, someone, it's a weird thing, I know. They, stole some of her hair, and now she wants to, I believe the term is rip them apart.
Is that... Well, how long ago was that?
I think it was like 2 days ago.
So,
Oh, wow.
She's
Wait,
been angry
was
for
that...
a while.
so
Was
that
that her?
19,
Mhm.
that was to see if I accidentally find the... I think it was Blake that wasn't at the
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
That was to see if I can accidentally find her.
Yeah, you walked into her room. She looks at you with a face that can only be told as... What? Yes? Do you need something? Person?
I got lost trying to find Ironwood and Ospen.
She looks at you with a face that can only be told as, are you an idiot? She's just like, they were in the ballroom. Did you come from the ballroom?
Which way is the ballroom?
Would you like me to bring you back?
Yes, please.
Okay. As she starts heading back with you, looking at Glinda, as Glinda finally catches up and smacks you across the face. Stop
no, I'm
breaking
not even gonna be free.
walls!
I want to see if I even got phased by it or anything. Nope.
Well-
no, I did not.
You're fairly certain it was a stick that hit you and not a piece of plastic. It could have possibly been some butter, but you're not entirely sure at the moment. You wonder if you can lick it.
Oh, man.
She seems particularly angry. She starts walking back towards the place. I swear, if you break one more wall, I am going to personally hit you again.
Oh, dear.
What are you
Well,
talking
Osmond
about
did
hitting me?
But anyways, so yeah, Rogue, you're staring at Yang, who is viciously eating. You're not sure how someone viciously eats something, but she looks like someone ate her favorite cat, and now she's trying to eat in order to forget, or to not break somebody.
Wow.
You're not quite sure which.
Ruby, is Yang usually this angry?
No, but she has been beaten twice now by the same person, and she doesn't really take that very well.
Wait, twice? Wait. How well does she usually take that?
Usually she breaks them. But she hasn't found them yet. She's been trying. I don't think it works very well. She's attempting to whisper to you, but it's loud.
Okay. Wait, was that...
When is she ever quiet?
It's fair.
Wait, Ruby. Was that her I heard all night the other night?
Yeah, that was her driving around town and breaking buildings. Turns out she kept jumping onto buildings.
And
At one point, apparently, she rode her motorcycle up a building and broke it. The motorcycle, not the building. She then threw the motorcycle at him. That broke a window.
That
2 windows.
That's interesting. I did not think that was possible, but I guess if you're that angry, anything's possible, I guess.
She may have, drove the motorcycle into the building several times and made large indents that she could ride up the building. She was very angry that day, and I don't think it's calmed down a little bit. Yang, are you okay? She turns around and starts cracking her knuckles. I'm going. Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'm gonna try to avoid her tonight. I think she needs some time alone. Yeah,
Maybe
I
she
have
wants
a
a
feeling
cookie.
that maybe a couple dozen cookies. By the looks.
I'm gonna talk
She reaches over and
Blake
grabs a
into
cookie
letting
from the
me-
nearby table. Cookie.
I'm gonna see about getting Blake to let me stop by and grab a bunch of brisket. You'll know why later.
Oh, can you find brisket in this weird place? There's probably brisket on the. You find a little bit, like you find like one piece that is remaining on this table. Okay, this table has one piece of brisket on it, and you
I
decide to
was
grab
gonna
it.
save it anyways.
As we rejoin up with Rogue, and Blake sighs as she rejoins up with Ruby, who immediately tackle hugs her to the ground. It's weird. You also notice that Ironwood is getting agitated. He is hushing, talking to Osmond, who is also getting annoyed at Ironwood, though.
That's no surprise.
Would you like to talk with either of them, or just let it play out?
I'd like to talk to Ironwood.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
just gonna be too distracted to notice that they're there.
So you walk up to Ironwood, who is now staring at you, but you also notice that his eyes keep wandering every couple of seconds. Yes.
Good evening. Good evening, General Ironwood.
Good
Enjoying the
evening.
evening?
I am enjoying what I can. Are you?
Doing pretty good. Anything to worry about tonight?
There's always something to worry about, especially with the heightened grim that have been surrounding the area lately. It is never good to be off your guard.
Anything in particular I should be worried about?
Well, not sure if a new one like you has anything to worry about, but we have been told that there might be something happening tonight, which is why we have so many guards around. He pointed to the vast amount of guards that are around, including all the huntresses and hunters. So we're keeping an eye on things, especially right here. As anything in here that starts a panic, well, that's a lot grim.
Yeah, true. I was wondering about the high-end security, but it only makes sense since this is a big school event, so. At a big
Especially,
academy.
he points to the, there's a multitude of, groups of students, teams of students, who are originally from Vale in here as well. And he's like, from Atlas. And he's like, especially with the, cross, academy thing that me and Ozpin are doing at the moment, having heightened security for such a large group of, individuals, such as yourself, is always a priority.
Especially that, and I'm glad to hear that our protection is of the utmost importance.
Unfortunately, me and Ozpin have a bit of a disagreement at the moment. He wishes to go and start studying other things inside of his area, and I need to be here in order to watch over the entire place. However, only one of us being here could be seen as a, bad motive. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can see that. What's keeping you from going with Ospen?
Well, I need to be down here in order to check out the security of the place, make sure everything is running as smoothly as it can, and making sure no one gets in or out of here that are not supposed to be here.
I think they kind of failed that with me walking through walls.
Well, you're supposed to be there, so...
Well, there was some crashing sounds a couple minutes ago. But other than that, things look pretty good here. I mean, looks like your guards have things on lockdown. And also, who's gonna be stupid? Who's gonna be, dumb enough to come into pretty much a room full of hunters and huntresses?
That is
They're
true.
more likely armed.
That is very true. And me and Ozpin do have things to talk about now.
What better chance to talk about things than now? I mean, all of the students are distracted, and you have no one to teach or to watch over.
That is true. And Ozpin puts his hand on his shoulder. And plus, these are all young women and men who are all trained to do this kind of thing. Although they are children, we can at least lead them for at least a day.
Exactly, at least a couple minutes at best.
Ironwood seems to nod for a second. He's fine. And he's like, fine. How about you keep an eye on things at the moments? Well, obviously my soldiers will keep a better eye than you will, but it's nice to have at least somebody to be down here, knowing what could happen.
I can do my best to keep my eyes on things.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here saying hi to Yoshitatsu.
Who is significantly surprised at the fact that you're taller than he is and is constantly looking at your biceps and then comparing his own towards yours. Bicep war. But anyways, so Ironwood's like, alright, Ozpin, you win. Let's go. So then they both start heading off towards their offices. Whoops. So, do either of you two decide to follow him, including the one who just made a promise not to?
I am going to notice that they were walking out and walk towards them.
Alright. You're walking towards them for some reason. And then Rogue, I'm assuming you're staying behind?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. So now we're going to cut back to... I do believe I can fly. Wait. There's
Okay.
I may have noticed that there's no actual windows in this room, but that's okay.
I managed to successfully not pay attention to your guys' private conversations by playing the piano.
I was watching YouTube videos.
Right.
Good job.
So yeah, I do believe that I can
You guys were taking forever. Don't blame me.
That's fair, but okay. What were you saying?
It only took 20 minutes.
Was it
Oh,
only
yeah.
20
Nice.
minutes?
Put me right
Ours.
at the door.
Yeah, so
Because I'll have finally caught up to them by the time they were about to break open the door.
You gave them the helpful shove, and by that I mean you rammed your skull into the wall.
wait,
Alright.
did he also
That'd
into
be
the room?
significant.
Yes, he rammed his skull into the wall and rolled d20.
Shoot, do I recognize him as one of the 4 that I was just looking at a second ago?
He buries his face into the floor, and because, yeah, apparently he's not very good at bashing into walls and keep standing. You do manage to recognize his shoulder pads as not shoulder pads, they're actual shoulders. But you do recognize him as one of the team of Mars. You also notice that he has multiple parts of the door embedded in his flesh that he doesn't seem to notice.
Since he went face down, I assume he didn't see us.
He did not. He's just
Meanwhile,
kind of
they're
in pain.
probably just distracted on me being on the ground. Just I'm like,
Yeah.
where the hell did he come from?
The Ironwood immediately rushes out, pulls out his gun, trying to find you guys. He did see Fire as she's jumping out the thing. It says "halt" as she is currently flying out the doors. She is AFK at the
That'll-
moment because her brother called her.
That 11 right up there is me flicking a little piece of paper with my phone number on it.
Why?
It'll all
Fuck.
make sense.
Hey, you'll understand later. Fuck is just, he's looking at the ground, looking at you, looking at the ground, going, and he looks back at Kane and just goes, I hope you have a plan past well, he realizes now that asking you if you have a plan to get down on the ground safely when you control gravity is a stupid idea. He asks anyway because he figures, why not ask where we're landing?
Probably in a wall.
I'm gonna give him a blank look. We're gonna land on the ground.
That's fair.
Let's see. Where's yours?
So I'm gonna land, and we're both gonna land. We're not gonna break our ankle. I mean, come on, I'm not even gonna roll for that. You know I have gravity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys,
So,
he managed to slow your descent, and makes it so fire can fly like a bird in the sky.
I'm gonna take a moment to look at Walrus and then mentally project. You realize that if we'd gone to the room first, I could have grabbed a bug-out bag with a, I don't know, change of clothing so that they wouldn't recognize us after we change.
Wait. I have my bag on me. Wait, can we get into our warehouses?
Can we
Yes,
get
they are
back?
cross-dimensional.
Cool. I go, wait. Looks, I forgot some of my bag. Wait a second. You just see Buck turn around with a key, open, put it in the air, unlock, open his warehouse, and walk inside.
Shoot, if
You
I
coming?
create an opening to my warehouse right here, then I can access my warehouse. But the other opening in my warehouse is in the other. Do I get 2 separate portals for each world, and I can only access the set of portals that I'm in the world of?
As you, well, I meant to say this, but, with Osmond, as he explained your guys' the main thing he explained was that only works during a certain period of time, which the machine itself tells you. You guys did bring the machine. Do you decide to look at it?
No, because I don't remember being told that. I'm too busy trying to figure out if opening a portal here will close a portal in the other one.
That's fair. The portals do not work properly. The reason the thing works is because it uses, what do I call them? Something waves? Harmonic convergence waves. Huh?
Harmonic convergence waves, yep.
Yeah, something like that. And so those only activate at a certain period of time, especially for parallel universes. And so your portal would only work during these specific times when everything would just kind of shift a little bit.
All I want to know is, if I open a portal here, do I lose my portal in Mistral?
Yes.
Well, shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh God, do you have
Yeah,
another
okay.
exit?
Me?
Yeah, or are we just gonna walk out of this door
I mean,
after?
I don't because I never set one up. I mean, to be fair, I have extra pairs of clothes in here just in case
Then I have
because
only
I do.
one question that will change everything. Do you have Wi-Fi?
I don't actually remember.
Does he have the internet functionality inside of his warehouse?
Hold on, I gotta go check his. Gotta go
That
check.
I don't
legitimately
remember.
changes everything.
I know. I have a workshop. I have like most things and stuff. They give you a lot more than you really need, to be honest.
Let me check. I believe you do, Corin. Warris, on the other hand. I'm
Oh, I
not
do.
sure
I
about.
just don't want.
Let me pull up Warris's warehouse. Let's see.
Well, my warehouse, you didn't actually, describe
Oh,
what I had.
I didn't add the warehouse section. Shoot.
Oh,
You're
Or
I
is
have
that the
one.
bottom? No. God damn it.
No, you didn't put it properly in there because.
Yeah, I put
you-
everything that's in your warehouse except for the stuff that you got in your warehouse. Hold on, guys.
This is one on Sin and his stupidities.
100% on me. Where is current jump chain?
By the way,
card?
I got an 11. When I flicked my phone number into towards Ironwood, did he get the paper?
He did. And he was kind of surprised.
Nice.
He has electricity, heat, AC, plumbing, shells sorting, workspace, gravity link, and force wall.
He doesn't have internet.
He does not.
Shoot.
To be fair, we're just getting changes of
Fire
clothes,
does.
really.
Fire does.
You see Buck walk into his warehouse, look at you, go, "You coming?"
I'm gonna take a moment, give a slow breath of sacrifice, and say, I'm gonna open up mine. I'm gonna need the internet for what I'm about to do.
He
That's
looks
a
towards
horrible
her.
statement.
Trust me, it gets worse.
I've got shelving, electricity, plumbing, heat and AC, force wall, terminal housing, workshop, med bay, food supply, hard suit, and my return to the mystery.
Thank you. Alright.
I'm gonna open. I'm gonna regretfully close my other veil portal to open up this veil portal.
Oof. Alright. See, yeah, this veil portal pops open, and you notice that it does shimmer slightly, as does Boris's. Slightly different color than yours do.
I'm gonna slide through and basically shrink it down to the point where nobody can get in, because as we all know, the portal function lets you adjust sizing. But here's the thing: if Ironwood does not call my scroll, then I'm going to get into their system and get his number, since obviously he's jacked into the actual beacon system right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
does he call me, or do I call him?
He. Whoops, that's an
the
issue.
world, their words.
Oh, wait, that's an issue. Sorry. Hold on a moment.
You okay?
He decides to call him. Call you. So yeah, he pulls up his scroll, starts calling you. He's like, "Who are you?"
That is an excellent question, General. To be
How do you
honest,
know who I am?
well, I mean, you really think I'm not going to recognize the Atlassian Academy director on site? Now, listen, truth be told, I'm what you might call a mistake. Weird phrasing, I know, but believe me when I say that the only reason was because someone on my team fucked up. I won't get into the complicated details or anything like that, because frankly, I don't have the time. What you need to know is that the Black Queen is making movements that she really shouldn't.
How can you possibly know this information?
Whoa.
Oh, there
It
it
dropped
is.
out. There's fire?
Yeah.
It's like, that's
that was fire.
a great and wonderful question. Could you pass the scroll over to Ozpin?
You notice that you can hear his frown grow deeper before you hear
Also,
it shuffling
I did
around.
make sure to say Ozma
Yeah.
accidentally
Alright.
loud enough that Ozpin should have been able to hear it.
As he hands the scroll over, and Ozpin holds out, grabs his phone, and he's like, "Who are you?"
Aside from an absolutely terrified little boy way in over his head, you can call me Benny.
Interesting name. What is your purpose to do here?
Wow. What is my purpose? What am I here for? What's the meaning? Why are we here? Excellent questions.
Will you
I
please
don't
answer the
mean
question
like that.
directly?
And I thought that was pretty direct. I'm here to stop Salem.
And how exactly do you plan on doing that?
I feel like the answer to that is relatively straightforward. Let's see, which one? It was the lamp was over in Mistral, wasn't it? Haven. So, the one that's located. Well, I can't be sure that this is secure, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know that that's probably the only chance to kill an immortal.
How can I possibly trust you since you know so very much and we know so very little, Benny?
You know, I honestly didn't want any of this. I wanted to sneak in. I wanted to be silent. I wanted to hack into your systems and then strip all of your information out. I mean, call me an overachiever. 16. That's basically an old man, comparatively speaking. So, really, I don't know. I'm making it up as I go, but
He looks over to Burnett and nods his head slightly, basically telling him to go and get Rogue.
okay.
So-
I'm gonna roll a d20 real quick, just to
Okay.
check. All right. Was that high enough to tell that his pause was purposeful or anything like that? Whether it meant
no.
anything?
He did it very
it's not.
silently.
Ask about
Okay.
brisket.
Not good enough.
You're asking about brisket?
I was going to ask about where I could find a nice shop to buy some more brisket, because one piece is not enough.
So, obviously, since I'm going off of freaking completely off script, I planned out everything for this session, and it all relied on getting back to our room first. Oh wow. So, I'm just gonna take a slow, deep breath and ask, alright, what do you know about Team Seaman?
I'm sorry?
Right, sorry. It's spelled C, the letter, and then M-E-N. I think they were like Carmine or something, but it's way easier to remember Team Seaman.
I know of Team Carmine. I am in charge of them.
Well, I'm about to ruin a lot of people's days, but to be fair, I had mine ruined too. Investigate the individual fault. You might be interested to know what she did to... What was her name? I know that she was the Fall Maiden. Was it Amber?
How do you know this?
Well, you know the saying that about fingers in pies? I'm gonna
Yes,
get
and those who have their
harassment suit
fingers
for how
in
many
too
times I
many
fingered-
pies have them chopped off.
Yeah, the thing is, you've got 10 fingers, and that's a lot of pies. I'm fine losing a few. Investigate Cinder, investigate... God, how am I supposed to remember all of these names? It's been years since I... Good God. I wish I'd had the chance to review my files. I'm sure you know the feeling.
Is that
Well,
all, Mr. Benny?
Call me Benihana. No, nah. Let's see. Ironwood, you're still audible, right?
Always.
Good. Well, I feel like I should probably shut my mouth sometime soon, but nobody's managed to stop me before, so how am I supposed to succeed? Cinderfall is going for the Fall Maiden, and I don't know, was there a big attack on the gates? I could have sworn there was a thing planned for that, but I could not find for the life of me anything about the White Fang suddenly getting a huge number of individuals coming in and the plan for Cinderfall to lead a White Fang attack. Man, I haven't been paying attention at all.
The gates?
Never mind that then. Basically, White Fang works for Cinderfall, and the Black Queen is gathering up pawns, and I think we both know how powerful a pawn can be in the endgame.
One pawn can take the board.
Man, I
Wow.
finally get up off the ground and ask where I could buy some brisket.
He looks at you for a moment, and he's just like, We don't have many of those. If you go into the main town, however, I'm sure there are a few. For at the moment, we have a few more pressing matters.
There's gonna be a dead
Do
silence.
you have a map I can use?
Coldly say, I'm sorry. Someone heard all of that?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me to shut my mouth?
Do you know where I can buy brisket?
Okay, look for a decommissioned old shop. It's not a very high quality one. God, I'm just gonna tell him the name of the shop from before. It was called Get Some Sip. That's an old place. They do serve brisket there. It's not great. Check it out. I don't even know if they're still in business.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
They are shockingly
problem.
still in business.
No problem. You should probably head on. Wait. Hey, Oz, James. No, you know what? Never mind. Just get him out of there. He should not be privy to this information.
What information?
Well, I am not entirely sure if he realized anything we were talking about, so...
Yeah, that is the best case scenario.
Ozpin looks at Burnett. What have we been talking about for the last 5 minutes?
I don't know. I've been trying to ask where I could find some good brisket to buy.
Oh, if only there were sense motive checks. It's fun.
Right. Well, go find your partner. We have a job.
Alright. I'm gonna just start walking off eventually till I find Rose.
Jesus. I'm going to assume, yep, you start breaking some walls on the way. And the main thing that you guys hear is, oh, come on!
Oh,
I'm
dear.
gonna take a moment to
Ah,
pause before I say, wow. I mean, I get that this probably doesn't make much sense, but I feel your pain. I know. 2, actually. Oh god, 2.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, you got any more questions? Any questions like that? Anything you need to know about Cinder Fall, about how she's in second in command to Salem, how she took over the White Fang? Anything about Adam Taurus's rise to power after the sudden disappearance of Sienna Khan following the drop of Garabel? Seriously, ask me anything.
I
really
believe that is all we need to know for now.
I did have something I wanted to roll to
Oh,
see
what's that?
if I got away with.
What's that?
I
Okay.
was gonna see if I got away with putting my earpiece on Ironwood's belt strap.
Ooh, that's a
That
smart
is
idea.
high risk, but that is a good. I want to see what you roll. I mean,
Does
I've
he
been pretty
knows?
distracting. Is that good enough, Sin?
Shockingly, yes, mostly because you were distracting. If not,
Yeah. Okay.
that would not have been. But since you were distracting and I
So
was
what
so
you're
close,
saying-
you do manage to put on there. You clumsily did, and you damn near got him to stare at you, and you damn near peed yourself when he looked at you in the eyes.
So
But
what
you
you're saying-
did!
Yay!
If I had been any less bombastic, he wouldn't have gotten it. It's my fault.
If I weren't so good at crashing into stuff, I would not have gotten away with it.
There were a lot of causes, apparently.
But anyways, so you can more or less hear anything. Osmond's just like, I believe that will be all until we have further trust in you. We cannot verify anything you say, and therefore everything you say is
Oh, come on. I've already said enough stuff that there's no way I could know if I was not directly tied into either one or the other.
Yes.
I'll-
And if you're
I'll
directly
prune my
tied in
language
with
for sensitive
Cinder,
ears.
or with Salem.
Trust me. Oh no, actually, no, you're right. Actually, this could all be part of the plan, couldn't it? That
You
would
could be a spy.
Yeah. Good God, a Salem spy right underneath your noses. That would be hilarious.
As such, until we can verify more, this is all that we have to talk about.
Well, as long as you make sure to double check your entire security system for the Blackrook virus, we're all good. See you later, Ozzy.
The
To James.
James to me replies with, "We have the most military personnel on this base at any point in time. We have the most security that you can possibly get. There is no way that someone could possibly infiltrate us."
Hey, Oz, when is a man most vulnerable?
Osmond sighs softly, when he believes he is the strongest.
So, do you really want to leave that open? I'm not saying do a lot. I'm just saying, maybe pump up the security surrounding the intercontinental transmit system so that you compromise in the future. Yeah, no. Seriously, I was planning on ruining. Neat.
I'm going to
So,
assume,
Jamie,
Morris,
got any
at
questions?
some point during this conversation, you walked in.
I mean, I can't walk into his thing. He made the door stupid
Oh, yeah.
small. I may be part cat in this universe, but by Jovi, I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't dislocate
Figure
everyone.
fist. Yeah, you can only figure fit.
Yeah, no, I'm like in my like.
Don't fist
Remember,
my hole.
remember, my warehouse is full of dogs, basically.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting covered in hair, and a giant Pokemon. I'm not sure how it fits exactly. You know, maybe my warehouse is like 75,000 feet tall, so no matter how big something is, it always fits. Beats me. There's a giant space controlling Pokemon just
you
sitting
have one
there.
of those too.
Hey, it's a
I ended
Palkia
up with
just sitting in
Palkia.
his warehouse.
Well, actually,
That is
you got a
space.
Palkia that could actually
well,
get Palkia to put you through the hole. Space warping.
probably, but also. There's some weird stuff with that Palkia. I don't want to do anything with that Palkia because of the events
It
of
loves
Pokemon.
you.
That's fair. By the way,
Aww.
I'm changing into my Silverberg outfit just in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm waiting until he comes out to do my bit, 'cause this is gonna be stupid.
Fire is just kind of standing more or less
So-
in a portal away from peering eyes.
Jamie, got any more questions before I head out?
How can you possibly know this information, and why is there any way, shape, or form that we should trust you?
In order to
Benny.
explain that, I have to explain the concept of parallel universes. But no, legitimately, Oz, come on, you of all people know that when magic gets involved, even time travel is possible. Don't
Yes, I
make
also
the
know that
same
those closest
mistake.
to you can betray you, and those who betray you can also become those closest to you. Therefore,
Well, then
trust
it's
should not
a
be
good thing
placed,
I'm not even close.
trust should not be earned.
Yeah, well, I'm not even close to you, so therefore it means that I'm the most trustworthy person. Probably. I wasn't actually listening to what you said. I think that I'm running out of time. I think yeah, according to this, the stars are almost right. Yeah, Cthulhu, relief. So, yeah.
I'm gonna just stand in front of Rogan, signal for him to turn his mic off on his earpiece. I'm gonna
Are you-
stand to where he can't miss me.
Are you done?
Yeah, like, unless they ask another question, I'm hanging up now.
Nah, they have nothing.
I'd be stunned too.
Ah,
Later,
fair
Jamie.
enough.
Have fun, Ozzy.
Do you decide to walk out of your
Yeah.
stinking thing
I'm
after
gonna
changing?
walk out, and I'm clearly in a different disguise. My entire face pale and spooked. It's like, well, I am about ready to. What do the kids call this nowadays? Shit my britches.
I don't know. Do you decide to actually look towards where Buck's portal was?
Yeah.
You see Buck step out about the same time, probably because he was dealing with dogs and feeding and all sorts of stuff. You're pretty sure like half the time he isn't at the base, isn't at work. He's inside his own warehouse playing with his Pokemon because again, he likes Pokemon more than people. So
Yeah.
Honestly, I have yet to use my warehouse.
So you see him walk out, except you said disguises. Buck thought dance attire. So he's walking out, and there's a bright pink mustache on his face.
Oh,
He's
Jesus
wearing polka dotted suspenders.
I'm gonna reach
A
out my
bright-
hand.
Dwarf stash?
Yeah.
I understand exactly where you're coming from.
You see him like wearing this bright like tan shirt, and he's got a fake afro on,
Christ.
and he's looking at you like, "Hello, sir. How you doing?"
Alright, well,
Oh my god.
no one's gonna be looking at me.
And you see him like he starts striking a pose, and you just see him you see his head bobbing. He's kind of going to town a little bit.
Freak disco party, man.
There's only,
Oh, print the disco dwarf stash.
there's only one thing left to do here. I have a slow nod. Guys, do you know what it means to crash a party?
Do you know the
Hold on.
Muffin Man?
Buckle looks at you, and there's stars in his eyes, and you see him. You see for the first time the true power of Buck's pelvis.
You notice
see
that at
him-
this point, Fire has just changed into a very nice looking dress, and it's just looking at you people like you're insane.
I take a moment to appraise the both of them and then realize, oh god, we're actually entering a ball. Oh god.
Looks at War's
Yeah.
self.
Look. Buck never went to what you call a ball. Buck was a hermit.
Oh, same. That's why I was like, no, oh god. Fine. If I'm going to go in there and track down the one person that I think I can trust with this information, I need to wear some real clothes.
Let's see if Buck has anything funny on him. Buck looks at you, reaches into his bag, and like he pulls out those like good old 80s star-shaped glasses
Oh,
and is looking at you bobbing his head.
You know what? I'm a fan of Lovecraft, so in the words of no one in any of his stories, let's embrace the madness. So obviously I'm gonna have to switch into a proper freaking suit, and I'm gonna wear those star sunglasses because.
So while they're doing that, I'm just gonna wander off and then wind up hopefully getting near them.
Roll a d20. With your insanity and with the fact that you don't really see walls, you see potential entrances or exits. Depends on where you're going. You decide to walk towards roughly where you remember their window being. And by this I mean you walk and walk
Straight to them. Through
and walk.
Just
I
having changed
still.
moments. You guys hear that?
Buck looks at you, looks at the wall and going, there's a guy coming through the wall because Buck's side is stupid good. He just looks at you, looks at the wall going, yeah, there's somebody coming through the wall. I don't know why he's coming through the wall, but I mean, we all look like we're coming in for the ball, so there should be no suspicion whatsoever.
It sounds vaguely like that that bass line. Doom, doom, doom,
Yeah.
doom,
So I'm gonna pull out my scroll real quick, snap a quick shot at both fire and walrus, and you know that I've got the skill to falsify the IDs. And
Mhm.
fortunately, I already told you I made several makeshift fake IDs, only missing the images
Mhm.
beforehand. Oh man, I love sending messages to GM.
And then they're
Yeah,
just gonna look like idiots as soon as they try to show me the fake IDs.
Well, no, I don't plan on showing you. You explode out the door wall, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grin, slowly take off my star, be like, I see a man who likes to make an entrance. What are you doing outside of the party?
This is an entrance? I thought this was the way to the brisket shop.
Buck looks at you.
Yeah. I'm gonna point to it and just like, well, it's an entrance now, isn't it?
I guess.
What was that, Wars?
Buck looks at you, walks up to you, tap you on the shoulder, and points to your left. And to your left, there's a door. You decide to go next to the door. Buck, since Buck can't, communicate with people like that, he just kind of points at the door and just kind of like, really?
You also notice, guys, that if everyone else looks like a 15 out of 20, like inside the place, all the girls are like stunningly high and whatever, he looks like God himself became a muscular, bicepted, awesome person, alright? He looks like the sun itself, which currently isn't up, is shining off of his bare biceps of God.
Well, I managed to resist the innate charm effect and be like, now, you mentioned brisket. Have you recently checked out a particular shop over the way?
Not yet. I'm still trying to figure out my way to it.
Oh, well, it's
Would any of you like the last piece of brisket I got?
Buck looks at you, and he physically can't speak, so it's hard for him. But you just see like 5 tons of drool and the inability to move. Though you notice that his head is still bobbing and his arms are still moving.
my friend
I
here.
would just hand it to him.
Let's see how quickly I take that brisket up. You notice it's as you pull it out of your pocket, it's already in my face.
He's a
Are you
very
still pelvic thrusting?
and I suppose that you could point us to.
I mean, to be fair, the party don't stop, my boy.
Jesus.
Could you point us to the actual entrance? And probably tell by us being out here, we got a little, not exactly the most directionally competent.
Oh, I hear you there. You see that hole in the wall?
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
Just call me Azul.
Azul, huh?
Yep.
Good to know you.
Nice to meet you. Now, which way is the brisket shop?
I'm gonna just point directly towards Vale Major.
Which is the mini ocean away.
For
I'm
that
just
shop,
gonna-
but if you go and you pick up a bullhead, the hangars, I'm just gonna point out where the hangar is. There's like, you can always just pick up a bullhead, head on right out. Mind too much.
Could I get someone to guide me there? That way I don't just get lost again.
Can we send the drunk with him?
The other drunk! Yay!
You notice that Fire
like
is shaking her
one
head
person.
and is now downing her drink again. Very
Sorry,
tipsy.
unfortunately, she's not good for vehicles. Not just, obviously, she can't drive. Good God, no. You ever seen someone projectile vomit and manage to paint the entire inside of a bullhead? Those suckers are huge! Laughing at other people's pain is hilarious. Sorry, but I can point you to the hangar, but can't exactly fly you back or anything.
Alright. So I guess I just walk off with Fire.
Either way, I'm headed to the party because I need to find the one person I believe I can trust here.
I have no control over Buck.
No
This
control.
irritates me.
Same, I can't control
Alright,
me.
on. You know, for a second there, I thought you actually meant, like, no control over your character. Like, you cannot control
Probably
how your
because he
character...
has brisket.
No, like, as you guys continue to talk, you just see Buck look at you both, going, neither one is paying attention to me. And you see him slip behind you, and all you hear is, time to party! Woo!
Jesus Christ. Alright, well, if you guys are interested in seeing what happens when Boris goes, party mode, as Wilford mother-loving Wolfstache. Yes.
Wilfred Discotheque Warstash. I am incoherent.
Yeah, and so if you guys want to see how that, you know, all pans out and whatnot, we shall do this on the next episode, namely of horrors and miscrits and insanity and weirdness and somehow no fights. You guys have not started a single fight. I'm kind of impressed.
I'm not here to
impressed
fight.
too.
Walrus
I'm
nearly
not-
started a fight when he threw us in there without adequate prep time.
I mean, I'm not a fight. I mean, we both know I'm not here to fight. I'm here to party.
That is a horrible statement.
To be fair, like one of them shoots, I'm gonna literally have to go walk up and just like, shh, the adults are talking.
Okay, but only if you do the whispering shushy motion with the pocket knife pressed against their lips flat side.
That works.
It's okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm Wilfred mother-loving Wolfstache.
Yeah, Sin knows what I'm planning on doing and who I'm planning on speaking to. So, you know,
Yeah,
Praise
and there's a
lives.
likelihood I'll probably ruin it, knowing me.
I wouldn't doubt it, but
Blew up most of a dock.
Christ.
Hey,
But anyways,
technically
it wasn't
he did it twice.
exact.
Yeah, technically he did it twice, and the second time was actually good.
The second time had purpose. The first time was because I just had bad luck.
Yeah, he rolled low on the chart.
So technically, only one of those times is really my fault, and I'm putting air quotes in that.
I only said one anyway.
But yeah,
But anyways, so if you guys are
Anyway,
interested
thanks-
in all of this, go check out the annotations around. We have a lot of things for you guys to check out. And go check out the next episode, which will come out at some point.
you really
Anyways,
need a concrete schedule on these things.
well, yeah, well, we do have a concrete schedule. It just comes out like a week after we post the...
Set it up.
2 weeks after we make the this one. So, on the 25th, and we make it on the 16th. You know, that's when it comes out. Anyways, we'll see you guys next episode. Auf Wiedersehen.
There,
Sure.
guys.
Bye.